Welcome back to the Q&A. You guys ask questions and I answer them. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, so I'm excited. Let's get stuck into it. Mr. Mind Machine 8 asks, will Hero Factory ever return? It's complicated, I feel like, and it sucks because I really want it to. I think that would be awesome. Like, honestly, and everyone always talks about, like, bring back Bionicle, but I'd be okay with Bionicle or Hero Factory or freaking whatever. Just something construction related would be really cool. When I got this question, I thought of this mock here, this revamp of Rocker. It's built by Tower of Plastic. The idea with this is built entirely using pieces that currently exist in colors that they exist in. So hypothetically, with the current LEGO catalog, you could make it into a set. That's kind of cool, right? So if it did return, maybe it would look something like that, and I'd be okay if it looked something like that. That's a sick mock. Now, yes, would it be weird to have a construction theme that doesn't have CCBS, that doesn't have typical Bionicle pieces? Yeah, it would be a bit of a culture shock, I guess. But I think that's just inevitable. Those pieces I don't think are coming back anytime soon, and as I've spoken about before, those molds don't exist, right? Well, they don't exist anymore. So if it did return, I'd want it to kind of look something like this. I think that would be fun, and it'd be really cool to see how new pieces, new molds, a whole design team behind it, how this kind of concept could evolve and expand. Plus, you know, when we look at Bionicle, one of the reasons that it stopped existing was that the story was getting so huge and it was very difficult for new fans to kind of enter into that world because it felt a little alienating. You know, like you look at Ninjago today and it kind of reinvents itself every so often quite regularly, and it's so that there's a lot of jumping on points for people, and if they want to dive in deep, they can go back. If they don't, they can stay where they are and they'll probably be okay with that. So maybe Bionicle could have evolved to be something similar to that. Maybe Hero Factory could do the same thing. And honestly, kind of the way Hero Factory was, it kind of was like that, right? Yes, there was a kind of overarching plot, but it was pretty self-contained per wave. So if we're to put Bionicle and Hero Factory side by side and say, okay, which one's actually going to return? I kind of feel like it would be Hero Factory over Bionicle. I feel like Bionicle is this huge thing that you really have to kind of get around, whereas Hero Factory feels a lot more basic, a lot more digestible, and just, it's such a basic concept, heroes versus villains. And yes, Bionicle is that as well, but there's so much other baggage that goes behind it, and there's a lot of, like, you know, new terminology you have to learn, new words, new ideas, new concepts, whatever. I feel like Hero Factory is just so much more approachable and easy. And so I feel like it's entirely possible. I don't see why not. But obviously, you know, I don't work for LEGO. I'm not in charge of their ideas or their marketing teams and stuff like that. I'm sure that they'd look at me and be like, well, it might sound like it would make a lot of money. It might sound like it would be cool, but there's all sorts of stuff you're not kind of factoring in. So I don't know. I feel like it's easier to say no, but I feel like if we're to look at the two, yeah, Hero Factory over Bionicle makes a lot more sense. And plus, you know, when we look at, like, Ninjago, a lot of those mechs, a lot of those robots, they seem to sell very well. And it seems like LEGO has a lot of faith in robot-style characters. So, I don't know. The more I look into it, the more I'm like, it just makes sense. Surely they could, but who knows? But yeah, look, what would I want it to look like? Something like this mock. I think that would be sick. Box04 Dragon says, what's your favorite technique that you've seen for a Hero Factory piece? I always find these very hard to answer because, you know, I've seen hundreds of mocks, I've seen thousands of techniques. There's a lot out there, and there's a lot that would be a good answer for this question. And having to try and narrow that down is tough. But the first thing that came to my mind, which is pretty, like, simple and approachable, but I think it's actually still a pretty good answer. And maybe the approachability also helps with that. It's a mock by Mitch Builds. So it's this wonderful dragon just along here on the tail, stringing together a lot of these CCBS armor shells along a flex tube, getting this lovely curved organic design. It looks so cool. The shape, the feeling of it benefits the look of a beast like this, but you also get that nice kind of spiked effect. Yes, it requires you to get bulk of that part, but I don't know, look at it, it's cool, it's super sick. Lol Cookies, which is a great name, they say a new hero gets made. What color combo are you gonna give them? That's a cool question. So I've got a lot of answers. My favorite LEGO color is probably sand red. Now, LEGO doesn't produce that color anymore, which sucks. And if you're listening, LEGO, make it happen, bring it back. But that would be my dream, right? Like this mock here by Bionic Forge that uses a lot of sand red. Gorgeous. So lovely. If we got any CCBS pieces in this color, that would be a dream come true. The same can be said for sand purple. Again, Bionic Forge has a creation that uses that color. God, it's lovely. God, I wish they still made that color. It's awesome. But that's my pipe dream. That's if I could bring back a color and bring back CCBS and bring back Hero Factory, which is asking a lot, right? So if we were to do something a little more approachable, something that they could do, I would want the new hero to almost kind of look similar to this mock, more so in the color scheme. Pinks and purples. We got a little bit of that, but nowhere near enough. Plus two, there's that very recent Technic Monster Truck set, and it gives us a lot of pieces in very similar colors. I'd love to see more of those Friends colors, for lack of a better term, because I think they would look so cool in CCBS colors. If not, if I have to pick something else, teal. I love me some teal. That'd be great to get CCBS in that color, especially because that's a color that we just never got CCBS in. If not, olive green, dark green. Again, we did get CCBS pieces in those colors, but you know, I can dream, right? That would be cool. I'd like to get even more. T-Rex MK, they say, hey, top 5 picks for a wave of Hero Factory sets. If it continued, what are you doing? Thank you. All right, so number 1, transforming heroes and villains. I just did that Dr. Scorpion X video. I'm still thinking about that kind of stuff. I've long said that if we ever got another wave of Hero Factory, I think Transformers as a concept for them would be perfect. Maybe LEGO doesn't want to do that because they'd maybe be licensing stuff with the actual, you know, Transformers toys from Hasbro, but I don't know. Do they really have a trademark on the concept of a Transformer? Probably not. Still, I think that'd be a sick idea, and it'd be awesome to see how CCBS would translate into that when designed by LEGO designers. Number 2, Villain Factory plot twist. So if you've read a lot of those kind of like leaked things for Hero Factory, you'll know about this idea. Basically, the Hero Factory that makes the heroes, well, directly underneath it is Villain Factory. So Mr. Makohiro, who runs Hero Factory, he's secretly a bad guy. He's been making the heroes and he's been making the villains. He's fighting both sides of the war and he's profiting from it, which is kind of fun. It's kind of a cool, dark concept, and yeah, Hero Factory occasionally got a little dark, but it was kind of family friendly for the most part. So I like the idea of it getting a little more nitty gritty, you know? And there was also talk that Mr. Makohiro was secretly a Makuta, because his name is, you know, kind of, if you scramble those words around, it basically spells Makuta. And there was kind of talk about the idea of merging Hero Factory and Bionicle into one universe. And I love the idea of a wave of Hero Factory sets where you get Tahu, you get Furno, you get Surge, of course you get Surge, you get Takanuva, you get, I don't know, Matau, Vakama, whatever. And you're like, whoa, like imagine the leaks coming out and you read that set description of those names and you're like, I'm sorry, we're getting Bionicle sets in my Hero Factory? What's happening right now? That would have been so exciting for like a younger version of me. That would be exciting if that happened today. I think that'd be really cool. That's what I'd like. That's only number 2. We got 3 more. So the third thing that I'd like to see for a new wave of Hero Factory sets, the return of Von Nebula. I feel like Hero Factory was really setting up Von Nebula to be the big bad evil guy, and I felt like we were building up to something where he would return. And I'd love to see them tackle villains getting remade and revamped. How cool would it be to see Firelord returning? How cool would it be to see Black Phantom returning, you know? But stylized differently, given new pieces, given a makeover, right? That'd be cool. Yeah, a wave where a lot of characters returned and the storyline kind of fleshed itself out and everything started to become more connected than it initially seemed. That would be cool. For the fourth one, going a little different, time travel. What if you get heroes from the past, heroes from the future? How would those sets look? What kind of new pieces would we get to stylize these characters to look older, to look newer? Would we get some sort of like steampunk villain? Would we get some kind of, I don't know, Tron-inspired futuristic bad guy? What if the heroes upgraded themselves with new, old, modern, whatever kind of tech? I think that'd be really fun. And it'd be interesting if they almost did like a Time Cruisers thing. You know, Time Cruisers, the old LEGO theme where they kind of dipped into basically every existing theme at the time. And they got the idea that there's these time-traveling characters that go to every universe of LEGO from across Castle, Pirates, Space, every time era of LEGO itself, and pick apart different pieces, put it onto their time machine, do whatever. What if we got that for Hero Factory? What if we went into different time periods and saw different themes kind of merging in with Hero Factory? That would be cool. I like that idea. For the fifth concept, I don't know, something just a bit more story-driven, kind of with what I was getting at before with Von Nebula returning and stuff like that. I think it'd be fascinating to get basically like what we got in Bionicle where Motoro sacrifices himself, some sort of like big, exciting kind of catalyst moment, something that Bionicle fans can look at and be like, oh, remember when Motoro sacrificed himself? Like what a beautiful moment in the story. I'd like that for Hero Factory. You know, what if Furno has a noble sacrifice? It doesn't have to be a sacrifice. You know, what if it's just like, God, how cool was the fight between Core Hunter and Bulk? Like the 7-part movie, animated series that we got that showcased that, and the the dynamic between those two characters. Yeah, something like that, just really going into the psyche of these characters, because yes, we got little pockets of that, but we really didn't get that much. Like, I'd like to get really deep, really flesh out who these characters are, learn about their backstories, learn about what makes them tick. I think that's what I'd like. So the theme could be anything, but just like really getting into the story, the nitty gritty, having big exciting moments. That's what I want. A person named Banana Joe, they say, if Hero Factory came out today, would Surge still be your favorite hero? Funnily enough, I would maybe say no. I like Surge. Don't get me wrong, this is not me, turning around and being like, I always hated Surge. No, I love him. But one of the biggest reasons I love him, I've gone into this before, I'll give you a little condensed version of it now. There was a period of time where I was going through a lot of stuff and I really didn't feel like I could build anything. I really sort of struggled to make stuff and kind of had a lot of like mental health stuff going on. Eventually, when I was able to get over it, I rebuilt my self-mock, which is titled Kossi. He's not a Hero Factory character, he's meant to be a Bionicle character, but he, obviously uses that mask. And something about that was so exciting and so cool, and it was like, hey, you know what? Like, all this time where I didn't have much self-belief in myself, or like, felt that I couldn't be creative, this mock emerged as this like bastion of creativity and this hope in a darkness where I felt like, actually, hey, I can be creative, I can accomplish things, and that's awesome. So the character and that mask specifically kind of became a mascot for this channel, because that's what this channel is all about. Inspiring people, being creative, and celebrating that, right? And because the mask is Surge's mask, by proxy, I just kind of like that character as well, because of just what that mask symbolizes, for me, personally. So if Hero Factory had come out today, yeah, it wouldn't have come out in that same sort of time period, which helped me kind of form that attachment to that mask, to that character, to that concept. So probably not. In fact, I would probably say like a character like Evo, or a character like Rocker. Those would actually probably be my favorites, because I think they're cool. I really like them, but I like Surge. ESJ for Life says, if Hero Factory continued, who would you give an XL set to? So I'm sure you're familiar with the concept of an XL set if you're watching this video, but in case you're a little unsure, Hero Factory characters existed in their smaller form, but could be given an upgrade depending on the theme to be an XL, larger, bigger, more expensive set. It's a cool concept. Now, who would I give it to? I would actually probably say Nex. To me, I kind of look at Nex as a character that often gets forgotten. And I think he's pretty cool, but he's often a smaller character. He didn't really appear in many themes. He kind of gets forgotten, I almost look at it very similar to like Mega Evolution in Pokemon. I love getting Mega Evolutions for iconic characters like Charizard, Garchomp, whatever. But it's nice to get Megas for characters for Pokemon that don't often get used, that often get ignored. Because then you kind of breathe life into this, forgotten thing. So I feel like Nex is a pretty similar story. Be nice if this XL made a character a bit more appreciated by the community. But I lied, my actual answer is Surge. I really like Surge. What do you want? Sentient Shoebox. They say something you hope to see in Hero Factory, but it never happened. Deep, deep lore. I kind of touched upon this before. Yeah, I want big, awesome moments. I want to learn the nitty gritty of like, who's this guy? Tell me who his grandfather was. Tell me who, I don't know, murdered his child. And it doesn't need to be this dark, but like, you know what I mean? Like, tell me the deep, deep lore of these characters. Let's learn everything about what makes them tick. Let's see them go through hardships and get out of them. I want to see that kind of stuff. We got little bits, but not enough. Even actually on that, going into stuff like really, really deep lore, I want to know the name of Stormer's sword from Brain Attack. Does that affect the plot? Does that tell us more about the character? Is that even important? No, but I still want to know. Something else that I wish had happened but never did, you might be familiar with the set Bulk versus Vapor. There was a sort of, I believe it's pretty much confirmed, Bulk was supposed to be green and he was supposed to be the Hero Factory character Thresher. But for whatever reason, like I said, no, we'll just make this an upgrade to Bulk, which is tragic. Can you imagine getting these pieces recolored in green? Whether it's a metallic green or a just regular green or something else? Oh, how cool would that have been? It's a shame that never happened. I wish it did. On that, I also wish we got like mask packs for Hero Factory. Recolors of every mask would have been so nice. Even if it wasn't like an actual mask pack, it would have been cool if it was like, oh, here's, I don't know, A character that uses Breeze's mask in blue. Just more variety for colors for masks. So that's it for this episode of the Q&A where I answer your Hero Factory themed questions. Feel free to leave some questions in the comments below, because I'll probably do another Q&A episode in the future. They can be about Hero Factory, they can be about Bionicle, they can be about literally anything, whatever you leave in the comments below, or on the specific channel on my Discord server. I'll try my best to answer those questions in the future. But in the meantime, hey, remember, it's Hero February. Now's the perfect time to build yourself some heroes, or build yourself some villains. Go out and have some fun. Thank you for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now. Well, that's it for... wait, hold on. Oh, I'm not even recording. All right.